Hi everyone, I'm Christine Karakis, a senior research chef here, and today I have my sous chef, our CEO Nick Hampton, here in the Hoffman Estates Culinary Kitchen, and today we're going to be making some sticky toffee pudding.
Wow, you know, sticky toffee pudding, that brings back childhood memories. So I was at boarding school when I was a teenager, and the food wasn't great, I have to be honest. But actually one thing that was a highlight was sticky toffee pudding, but we're going to make a healthy version, right?
Yes, so this one will be a little bit different from boarding school. We're going to do a no sugar added, excellent source of fiber version.
Wow.
We can start with the caramel sauce. So I have some water, butter, and salt already measured out here. If you wouldn't mind measuring out our Dolce Prima liquid allulose and the Promotor 85 soluble fiber.
Okay, so you're going to trust me to do this?
Yes.
Excellent. So we zero it, right?
Yes, perfect.
And then 170 grams of allulose?
Correct. So the allulose and the fiber are actually going to be replacing the corn syrup that would be in this recipe originally. The solids content is really important in the toffee sauce, and so using a combination of our allulose and fiber, we're able to build back those bulk solids and have a beautiful toffee sauce in the end.
There we go.
Perfect.
Perfect. You notice how she only made me do the measuring. That's probably pretty wise.
So it's going to start off a little thick, but as the temperature rises, everything will kind of melt into its own. And in a moment here, it's going to look pretty similar to what our full sugar control would look like.
So this is just allulose and Promotor?
And then a little bit of water and butter. So we're going to let the color develop on this for about 20-30 minutes.
Okay.
So while it's developing the color, we can go ahead and switch over to making the date cake.
Make the cake?
Yeah.
Excellent.
So I have some of the ingredients already measured out here, but I'd like you to weigh out a couple more ingredients and test those measuring skills. So we have allulose, we have fiber again, and then we're also adding in tender gel C into the batter this time.
So let's start with tender gel C then. So what's special about this?
So this is one of our instant starches. It's really important in the baking platform. So the instant starch is going to help us with our viscosity.
Okay.
So typically when you have sugar in the batter, it's going to entrap air during the mixing, and that's how you're going to gain some volume in the batter. Since we're taking that sugar out, there's really nothing to hold on to that air during the mixing process.
So would this improve my cake making at home?
It sure might, yeah.
So this is like a baking powder?
It's one of our corn starches, so it's about a similar usage level to the baking powder and baking soda.
But it works better?
No, you'll need it in combination.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, so that's that.
All right.
And then you want more allulose.
And while you're doing that, I'm just gonna mix up some of the ingredients.
Right, there's the Promotor.
Thank you.
This is bubbling away now.
Yeah. So now you can see everything really went into solution. There's no clumps or any ingredients. It's pretty clear, which is good.
You didn't have much water in it.
No, just a little bit. So the liquid portion of the allulose really helps with that. And to make caramel, you really want to evaporate as much water as possible so that you have that really nice viscosity in the end. So you don't want to start with too much, because the more you have to cook off. So here I just have the butter and the eggs and some vanilla. And typically this is when I would add the sugar if we were making the full sugar cake. But we're actually going to use the ingredients that you just weighed out.
Okay.
So would you like to add them in?
Yeah, sure.
So the allulose here again is going to work on those bulking solids. It's also bringing some moisture into the cake.
Here we go.
The tender gel C will start to thicken that mixture.
Is this the baking powder?
That is actually our stevia and sucralose, which we'll add in a little bit. If you want to go ahead and add the fiber in there as well. This is really what's going to drive the solids content. So the goal with the toffee sauce is really to take it to the color that you want the end product to be. Because by the time that we add a couple more ingredients in, it's not really going to pick up any more color. So that's why this process is a bit longer.
So what are we going to add into here as well?
So once we have that desired color, we have some cream that we're also going to heat up. If you were to add the cold cream into the toffee sauce, you would have an explosion. So we want to bring the cream up to the same temperature, and we'll add it in really slowly so that it stays together. And then I just have some final touches. We have vanilla extract for flavor. There's some lecithin that's going to help with the shine of the caramel in place of the sugar. And then we're also using Splenda sucralose as the main sweetener in the toffee sauce. So that addition of the cream did thin it out a little bit. So another fun fact you can take home to your daughters, we're gonna take this to softball stage. So when you're making caramel, there's two stages. There's softball and there's hardball stage.
That's an American sports reference, I
reckon. So softball is going to be 230 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's going to be where we're going to take this so that it's still fluid and flowing. If we took it to hardball, we would end up with those like hard caramel candies. Tate Stevia M and sucralose in there with the lecithin and some vanilla extract.
Well, that boils up pretty quickly, doesn't it?
Yep.
And this just gives the top note.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, you can smell it.
Yeah.
It smells
it's
great.
It's a very popular dish when I'm making it in the office because everyone starts to smell it. It's easy to make friends here. They're like, ooh, what is she cooking today? Need any taste testers? All right, now that that's incorporated, if you want to just double check that it's at that softball stage. So now we'll go ahead and let that cool.
Okay. So there you go.
You know, you're in Chicago, we usually have that deep dish cheese pull.
Oh, yeah.
Here at Tate Lyle, we've got that toffee sauce pull.
But with no sugar.
No sugar, yeah.
No sugar toffee sauce.
All right, so we'll check on the cakes now. We're using all-purpose flour instead of cake flour for this cake because we do want that really dense texture, not the super light and fluffy texture.
That's the sticky toffee pudding I remember at school. It was really dense.
Yes, you need that super dense texture so that it'll soak up all of the toffee sauce.
I've got a feeling yours might be a bit better.
I hope so. We'll let you be the judge of that. And then last, Tate Stevia M, stevia, and sucralose are going in. I'm using a combination of the two of these. The sucralose is going to bring a really nice upfront sweetness that you would get with sugar, and then the Tate Stevia M really helps kind of tailor back the sweet linger, and so then you have a really well-rounded sweetness profile.
And the allulose is giving the body that the sugar would.
Yes, exactly. You're gonna have to refrain from licking the spoon.
Yeah, no, yeah, no, that's not allowed in a professional kitchen, is it?
So batter, nice viscosity, really thick, so it won't expand too much. Already pre-sprayed our ramekins. The oven set to 350. I'll let you do the honors.
That's a good trick.
So you just want to do a heaping spoonful in there.
Like that?
Perfect. toffees are ready to go into the oven. All right, so I'll pipe one and then I'll have you pipe one. So we're just gonna do a classic rosette. This is
a classic rosette. You do the classic one and I'll do the other one.
Yes, you'll do the avant-garde modern rosette.
The Picasso.
So we'll just go around once and twice and then lift up.
Okay. I'm gonna blame myself because I'm left-handed.
Oh.
So you go around once. It's actually a bit more difficult than it looks, isn't it? And you go around twice. And sort of end up like that. That's
perfect.
I think yours is a bit better than mine.
I don't know. I think that's beautiful.
I need some practice.
Now that we have the cakes out of the oven, they've cooled for about 10 minutes. We can start to assemble them. So if you want to go ahead and flip the cakes out onto the cutting board.
There we go.
To me, your fingers were tucked away. Still got all 10, so we're
good.
So all right, so now we're gonna layer some sauce. So this is.
So you put the sauce in first?
Yeah, so we'll do a layer of toffee sauce. We'll do a layer of cake, a layer of toffee sauce, and one more layer of cake. And then just a little more on top for good luck.
Just for good luck.
It does end up making.
So it's basically toffee sauce with cake rather than cake with toffee sauce.
It's like equal parts, really. Which is why it's fantastic that this is no sugar added, guilt-free.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're gonna pop these in the oven and bake them for about 10 more minutes.
Let's do it.
There we go.
That's pretty good.
So
shall I try this one?
Yeah.
That was much better than what I remember from school.
Amazing.
It's got an amazing texture. I mean, you wouldn't guess that it hadn't got any sugar in it. I mean, the mouthfeel is just perfect.
Yeah, so really nice dense cake. The caramel has a really nice body to it to kind of complement it. It's great that we have all of the solutions that we do in the portfolio to really bring it to life. It's not just fiber, it's not just allulose, it's really understanding the combination of how they all work together to really pull together that final solution.
It's interesting because it's not just that you've replaced the sugar and you've added in fiber, but the need to use different sweeteners to get the right balance for the taste and texture. I mean, it's a really complex thing. I mean, it just demonstrates the challenges of working with customers to get to solutions consumers are really going to love. That's amazing. Brings back childhood memories as well. Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Of course.
I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, thank you for joining me. You're welcome back to work
on
projects with me anytime.
Perfect.
It was great.
Very good. Thank you.